George Zimmerman is auctioning off the gun that he killed Trayvon Martin with. Stay classy. So I want to give you his quotes here because, as usual, he keeps it classy. He said, "I'm a free American. I can do what I like with my possessions. It's time to move past the firearm, and if I sell it and it sells and I move past it." Wait, what? That made no sense. Let's repeat that. I'm a free American. I can do what I like with my possessions. It's time to move past the firearm, and if I sell it and it sells, I'll move past it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. By selling the gun, are you saying that you get past the incident? Because it seems to me like for a while you've been basking in the incident and you don't want to get past it and you have no ill will about it. In fact, your whole fucking defense was he had it coming. So what are you talking about? And remember, guys, he's been in the news a few times since the trial and since he was free to go. Almost every time it was he's in trouble with the law again. There was one bullshit made-up story, a PR story about, oh, he saved a guy from a burning car. Yeah, I'm sure he did. But there were more run-ins with the law and domestic abuse instances and a whole bunch of stuff. And then now he's trying to sell the firearm. And recently he had retweeted a picture on Twitter where somebody like congratulating him, like a fawning tweet congratulating him. And in that tweet was a picture of Trayvon laying dead on the ground. Dude, even if you're somebody who would argue, oh yeah, Trayvon had it coming and George is a hero, yada yada. Even if you're in that crowd, that camp, you don't think it's tasteless to retweet the thing with the dead body of Trayvon? Trying to understand that his family is human and they have emotions and it really is just a low-life thing to do? Like, you don't, that thought doesn't cross your mind? You can't agree with that? No, it really is. It's stunning. I mean, this guy is as low as it gets. So I'm not done yet, because not only did he say the thing that made no sense right there, but also he continues, "The firearm is fully functional as the attempts by the Department of Justice on behalf of B. Hussein Obama to render the firearm inoperable were thwarted by my phenomenal defense attorney. I'm proud to announce that a portion of the proceeds will be used to fight Black Lives Matter violence," what the fuck, "against law enforcement officers, ensure the demise of Angela Corey's persecution career, and Hillary Clinton's anti-firearm rhetoric." Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, that's not even true, by the way. I have no doubt that the reason he's selling it is because he ran out of fucking money. He ran out of money. He's still got to pay back his legal bills. He's probably got 1,000 other bills that have been piling up. His credit score is probably negative 12,000. And he's like, I'm going to sell it. Don't worry. I'm going to donate it to these fucking stupid causes that he made up. But in reality, he's going to take that money and he's immediately going to put it towards shit that he needs to put it towards. Dude, there is no way that he would do this unless he desperately needed the money and he needed it for personal use. And he should also be fucking careful, because perhaps when you say you're going to use it for X and you don't, there are potential lawsuits that could be brought against you. But then again, he does have a track record of dodging accountability. It's kind of his thing. So here we are, George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman is so concerned about the safety of people that he wants to fight Black Lives Matter. Look, again, whatever your opinion might be on Black Lives Matter, okay, go and read what their policy proposals are, what their positions are on, I think it's campaignzero.com or .org. We covered it on the show. What it shows you is, putting all the rhetoric and all the individual actors aside, what it shows you is it cuts through to exactly what they're really about and what their core message is, what is literally their platform. And when you do that, and when you look at what they're in favor of, you go through, you go, oh, all of those things are reasonable. Like, every single one of the things makes sense. Where, they say, hey, maybe we should demilitarize the cops, not so that they don't have firearms, but so that maybe we get rid of the former, military tanks that some of them are using, and we make it so that it's not that they have a hammer and everything looks like a nail, because that's a problem that we have nowadays. Hey, maybe we do some community oversight, so that there's a board that holds the cops accountable, that represents the people, because the cops obviously are viewed as an invading army in many respects here. Hey, maybe we redo the training so that cops don't immediately take out their guns and kill people. and you train them in de-escalation tactics and make that like a focus so that we can limit the number of unarmed people who are being shot and killed in the street. So when you look at the actual things they're in favor of, it's like almost all of them are like, duh. Like, it's amazing we don't already have those things in place. But this jackass, all he does is he views them as, they're so violent. How ironic is that? As he rants about how violent the other is, he's the guy who actually jumped to violence and ended up killing somebody. I mean, it's classic. It's persecution complex, victim complex 101. You've seen this throughout history. The people who scream the most about, we're the victim, we're oppressed, they're the ones who end up doing violence most of the time. That's what George Zimmerman is. The BLM violence, they're so violent, violent. Gotta be on the side of the cops no matter what. Well, why wouldn't you want to be more nuanced about it? Doesn't the individual situation matter? Doesn't it matter? Hey, in this case, it seems like the person was unarmed and the cop shouldn't have shot him. Hey, in this case, perhaps it was the person who was wrong and the cop who was right. But no, it's fucking tribalism. Ironically, again, as he accuses the other side of tribalism. So this is George Zimmerman 101 at this point. Be Hussein Obama. You know, they've been trying to take my guns. They're not trying to take your guns because they're waging a war on the Second Amendment. They're trying to take your guns because you're a fucking crazy person. And even if you poll Republicans, they go, yeah, there should be background checks and people like this guy shouldn't have guns.